So today we are here with confirmed transfer signing. In this episode, we're going to take a look at 5 or 6 players confirmed move to another club. Alright, it's all confirmed, it's done and dusted. We got a little bit of a surprise one in this episode as well. You may have seen it in the thumbnail, it's a bit of a cheeky one. But anyway, you guys smashed the likes in the last transfer episode, as you guys can see. And for that reason, that's why we're doing a double upload weekend, I think, with transfers. If you guys want to see another transfer episode tomorrow, drop a like and a thumbs up down below. You have a few hours now before midnight. And once you hit it, boys, once you hit the 5,000 like target, I'll bring you another one. Let's hit it before midnight for another episode tomorrow. Do I even need to mention it? If I'm one of these bad boys, GetGripped.co.uk in the description down below. Rossi, 5% off. Right, so I'm going to jump straight into these players then. I'm going to try and shorten these intros down a little bit for you because you lot are getting fuming at me. The first player in this episode we got is Lookman or Lookman. I don't know how you want to pronounce that, but this guy's gone to Everton from Charlton. This guy is actually the most expensive League One player there's ever been. So this is why it's a little bit interesting to talk about. This guy was sold for £11 million to Everton. Like I say, he was the most expensive League One player you're ever going to see. The 19-year-old has joined Everton on a 4.5-year deal until June 2021. The England under-20 international, who has scored 7 goals in 25 games, which is pretty decent this season, becomes the most expensive signing from League One. This is from the man himself. It feels great to be an Everton player, and as soon as I heard about Everton's interest, I knew this would be the right place for me. Now, Charlton actually were quite keen on hoping that Everton would loan Lookman back to him, but apparently Ronald Koeman sees him getting into the Everton team straight away and actually wants him at the club playing right now, so that's a big ask for the young man. So yeah, guys, what do you think about Lookman becoming the most expensive League One player that ever has been? Is that quite a shock to you guys? Any Charlton fans out there or anyone that's actually watched this guy quite regularly? Is he worth it? Is he a massive talent? I'm sure he is, and hopefully he does quite well at Everton, but you know, 2 leagues up, jumping up to the Premier League, that is a big jump. Let's hope he can do it. That's not going to be Everton's last little bit of dip into the January transfer window. They're going to make more signings. You've seen it in the rumour ones which I've uploaded this week. They're looking at lots of different players, including Schneiderlin and stuff like that. So guys, go check out that video on my channel from this week. I got one for you guys, alright? I got one for you on the team fans. Now, one of your favourite players to use if you've got a Serie A team is Iturbe. Now, he's been signed on loan by Torino, so he's still in the same league, but they have signed him on loan until the end of the season. So guys, obviously that would have been a fantastic bit of news if he was gone to a different league, because you make a team around him and stuff like that. Now, he's still in the same league, so you still can have him in the same sort of, you know, squad. But the interesting thing is about this guy, right, he has obviously moved on loan. Now, believe it or not, Iturbe 23, who spent the second half of last season on loan at Bournemouth, has not been getting many minutes currently at Roma, so he's actually got to go out and, you know, improve things there. Now, this move to Torino obviously is going to give him, you know, a lot more playing time, hopefully, and really get to show his potential, because everyone knows this guy is a talented footballer and he is a good player. And hopefully him and Joe Hart can be best of buddies, and then he can come back to the Premier League or something like that. I don't even know what I'm saying. The beautiful thing of these transfer episodes, I'm going to cover players you're not going to see in the mainstream media, okay? So not the big ones or whatever. I'm going to cover small ones as well, like a Iturbe to Torino loan move. Now, that's not really a lot of interest for a lot of papers to talk about, but I'm prepared to talk about it, and I'm prepared to let you guys know. Let's move on to the third player. This one is one that has been in the press quite a lot and has been talked about quite a lot. We have Axel Witsel, who's actually moved to China from Zenit St. Petersburg. Now, obviously, he loves money, right? We all know this, but that's cool. That's what you want to do. That's absolutely fine. But this guy's turned down big offers from clubs like Juventus and stuff like that. He's had the chance. He's had every chance in the world to really perform in Europe, and he's turned down opportunity a few times now. He went to Russia originally when everyone wanted him, and now when he's leaving Russia, he's now gone to China. So, you know, it's a little bit of a shame. It'd be nice to see this guy really step up, because there was a lot of hype around this guy and he was talked about quite a lot. But the fact he's gone to China, and, you know, we know why he's gone to China, is a bit of a shame. Fantastic for the Chinese Super League, though. You know, the way they're spending money and they're getting players in is really building the hype around their league. And obviously, you can see the games now on Sky Sports, I believe. I think they signed a deal with them. So you can tune in and watch these players perform in China, which is going to be good as well, because obviously you feel like they're just going to be forgotten about, but at least you can still watch them on TV, which is decent. Now, this is a credit to obviously Witsel here, because he's been very, very honest, alright? The 27-year-old midfielder revealed that it was purely a financial decision to reject the Italian giants, obviously Juventus, and join up with newly promoted side on a reported 255 grand a week. Fair play, mate. He's been quite honest. A lot of the players that have gone to China probably haven't been that honest, and he's been really honest saying he's gone there for money. He's turned down Juventus, which, you know, guarantees, you know, Serie A title at some stage if he stays there for a while. Guarantees him the chance to play in Europe, you know, Champions League and stuff like that, and he's turned down the opportunity, and he's been pretty honest, so you have to sort of say fair enough. So next up, we have a player who actually drifted off the radar for a little while, right? He was at Liverpool for a little while. We have literally Babel, okay? So he was at Liverpool, as you guys are aware. He was there for 4 years, 2007 to 2011, making lots of appearances, and since then he's been at loads of different clubs, right? Hoffenheim, Ajax, he's been playing in the Middle East and stuff like that, and now he is at Besiktas. Now, Babel, not a bad footballer, you know, he has been at lots of different clubs, he's played lots of different positions and stuff like that, and now hopefully he can find his feet at Besiktas once again at 30 years of age. Now, this isn't the first time he's actually played played in Turkey, so hopefully he gets a bit of a decent reception. Now, Liverpool fans, what do you make of this guy, right? Now, he's come out and said this year, or last year, 2016 now, that he was badly coached at Liverpool, actually criticising the club and the coaches or whatever like that. He's played for pretty much every Netherlands team in terms of under 17, 19, 20, 21, 23 in the main team, 43 appearances, scoring 5 goals, so he's pretty good. He's a pretty well-known player. And Besiktas, you know, they sign a lot of players. They've got a lot of players currently. You know, they spend a bit of money too, so hopefully he can do well there. Now, you're thinking, Rossi, why even mention this? Because this is not really in the usual sort of stuff you do in the series, but I'm going to talk about it, right? I'm going to talk about Alex Morgan joining the European champions Lyon on loan. Now, obviously, I don't really talk about women football too much and stuff like that, but why should I not talk about it? She's one of the most famous, you know, players in the women's game, and why should I not talk about it? But anyway, let's talk about it, because I'm gonna. World Cup winner joins from Orlando Pride on a 6-month deal. It's literally a 6-month loan deal. Now, she believes this is the move to make her the best player, you know, the best female player the world's ever seen or whatever, because now she's in the Champions League, of course. She's done it in America, and now coming to do it in the Champions League. If she can do it in both, alright, if she can win the World Cup, Champions League, stuff like that, then obviously she's just going to be a legend. She's going to be a legend anyway, but, you know, it just helps. If you win the Champions League, it just helps. Now, she actually has the offer, okay, to extend her contract for a further season, alright? So if the 6 months go pretty well, Lyon can say we'll sign her for another year. Now, I'm not really sure what that leaves Orlando Pride. You know, does that mean technically they'll be still on loan after the 6 months or whatever, or do they sign her for a further year? I'm not really sure. It looks like an extended loan. But anyway, the world's most famous woman footballer, Alex Morgan, is off to Lyon. Last but not least in this episode, we have Rudy Gestede, who's now moved from Aston Villa to Middlesbrough. So he's gone from, you know, Championship to the Premier League. I think that's a good move for him. It's a good move for Borough as well. He has done it in the Premier League before, and like I say, they've now signed him for £6 million from Championship side Aston Villa. Now, Rudy Gestede has actually come out and said that leaving Aston Villa was a very easy decision. I think he can be a good player for Borough. You know, he actually offers a lot. He's a very strong in the air. He's a very physical character, and he's a good player to obviously play off. You know, he can hold the ball pretty well. They want to make sure they stay in the Premier League, so investing in January is a smart move, and this guy has done it in the Prem before. This is another smart move from Middlesbrough. This guy actually come out and said, I wasn't playing much at Villa, and now I'm back in the Premier League, so it's a very good move for him. And obviously, naturally, he's buzzing to be back in the Premier League. Anyway, guys, this is 6 people we've talked about in this episode, sorry, and like I say, it's a little bit of a bonus one. If you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you smash a like and a thumbs up down below. 5,000 before midnight, and another episode is coming to you. I'm out. Has been a pleasure as always. Have a good weekend. Take it easy. Peace.